This is one more way of asking a question with respect to Huffman tree. Construct an optimal prefix code for the word engineering, hence deduce a code for the word. Here they have given you the wordings for which you have to construct a tree. But in previous thing, they just gave you single individual alphabets. So now what you need to do is, first you need to take up the first alphabet, that is E in the engineering. E in the engineering. So I'll write it. Next, you need to check it is next alphabet is N. Next alphabet is G. And next alphabet is I, which is not repeated. Check whether it is repeated or what. Next alphabet is N. It is already repeated, so I'll not write. Next alphabet is double E, so which is repeated, I'll not write it. So next alphabet is R, which is not repeated, so I'll write. And I is repeated, I'll not write. N is repeated, I'll not write. G is repeated, I'll not write. So how many times is E repeated? E is repeated 3 times. Okay, so how many times is N repeated? N is repeated 3 times. So how many times is G repeated? Twice. So how many times is I repeated? Twice. How many times is R repeated? Once. Okay, so this is the sequence. So now your first step is arranging them in an ascending order. So in order to arrange them in an ascending order, 1 comes first and next comes 2. Here you see that both alphabets are both alphabets are having the same repetition, that is 2 2. So I'll consider one which is present in the engineering word first and I'll write that word first. Okay, so I'll write G first and I'll write 2. Next I'll write E and next I'll write N. Okay, so your step 2 is combine the first two minimal weight, which will give vertex 1, which is of weight 3, 1 plus 2. So you will give them for one of the side, 1 and G of 2. And you will write as it is. Rest you will write as it is. Okay, so arrange. Your next step is arranging them. So in order to arrange, I comes first. Next comes E. And next comes N. Is N in the first or R and G in the first? So R and G is in the first or N in the first. So R and G comes later, N comes first. So I'll write that first. Comes first, what I mean is R and G comes later in the engineering word. Don't compare the alphabets, 26 alphabet, just compare this engineering keyword. Okay, so in that N comes first before R and G. So I have written this. So next is step 3. So it is in an ascending order. So combine the next two minimal weight, that will give you V2 of 4, which is I and E. And carry as it is the previous steps. Okay, so next check whether they are in an ascending order or what. No, it is not in an ascending order. So arrange them in an ascending order now. So it becomes N of 3, V1 of 3, that is R of G1, G of 3, next of V2 of 4, which will be I2 and E2. Okay, so next combine the next two minimal weight, that is step 4. It will be V3 of 6, that is 3 plus 3. Okay, so it becomes N of 3 and V1 of 3, R of 1 and G of 3 and V2 of 4, which is a carryover from the previous step, I of 2 and E of 2. Okay, so next check whether is it in an ascending order or what. No, it is not. So arrange them in an ascending order. So draw a line if you get confused. You can write this arranging order in a single step if you are comfortable and if you can understand how to write it. If you feel it is a bit difficult, split it into 2 steps. Okay, so now combine these two. So you will get one more step, that is V4 is 10. V4 of 10, where you will have V2 and V3, V2 of 4 and V3 of 6. I, E, I it is 2, E it is 2, N of 3, V1 of 3, RG, V1 of 3, and R and G, R of 1, G of 2. Okay, so this is your final optimal tree, for which if you assign 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 and 0, 1, what is the prefix code for I? I is here, so it is 0, 0. What is the prefix code for N? It is 1, 0. And prefix code for E, it is 0, 1, 0, 1. Prefix code for R is 1, 1, 0. Prefix code for G is 1, 1, 1. It is 1, 1, 1. Okay, so this is your prefix codes. Next, how do you find the sequence? So sequence is RGIEN. RGIEN. That is in your first step, RGIEN. Or you can write it for engineering only. Since they have given you wordings, write for engineering. E stands for 0, 1, N stands for 1, 0, G stands for 1, 1, I stands for 0, 0, N stands for 1, 0, E stands for 0, 1, E stands for 0, 1, R stands for 1, 1, 0, I stands for 0, 0, N stands for 1, 0, and G stands for 1, 1. So this is the code. You have to write this carry marks. Okay, so next, weight of a tree. So what is the maximum level of this tree? It is at level 0, level 1 and level 2 and level 3. Okay, so it is of level 3. Okay, so if you consider for I, it is 2 into level 2. 2 into level 2 plus, if you consider it for E, it is 2 into why 2? Because it is at the level 2 and it is having weight 2. Okay, 2 into 2. Okay, plus G. If you consider G, its weight is 2 and it is at level 3. If you consider N, its weight, where is N? It is here. So its weight is 3 and level is 2. And next, if you consider R, where is R? R is here, its weight is 1 and its level is 3. So if you multiply and add this, you will get the weight of the tree.